If you're like us, you've probably torn through most of what Resident Evil Requiem has to offer, but with a lot to unlock in New Game Plus and the thrill of Insanity Mode beckoning, subsequent playthroughs are an opportunity to try having some fun with the game. That's even more so on the PC, where the modding community has stepped up as usual, bringing interesting touches to the game's excellent formula. We've been having a blast with some of the best ones available out there, and we thought of giving you some of our recommendations for ones that you should definitely check out if you're looking to make things interesting in your search for Elpis. Before we dive in, we should tell you that you might need the Fluffy Mod Manager and RE Framework up and running, as they are prerequisites for a few of the ones that we're diving into. With that out of the way, it's time to see what the best Requiem mods are capable of. Let's get started. 1. Auto Item Reveal. Whether it's your first run or your fifth, having your map reveal item locations is bound to come in handy in a game where they play such an important role. This one lets you easily pick up the important items as you explore an area, letting your map guide you to them and saving you a bit of time. Of course, items hidden away in drawers are still going to need you to find them the old-fashioned way, but for everything else, this one's quite nifty. One of the things we liked about this is that it doesn't automatically reveal items in your areas that you haven't reached yet, but once you do, it springs into action to help you out. 2. More enemies. While the previous mod is aimed at making your time in the game easier, this one does the opposite by adding more enemies of all types across the board. It's a work in progress at the moment, with Wrenwood and Rhodes Hill already complete, while Raccoon City is yet to receive a full set of new enemies. Nevertheless, this is a great addition for those of you looking to add a bit of challenge to your playthroughs. Slap on a higher difficulty option and you're probably going to find yourself thinking about new ways to get by in this game. 3. Health Bars. If you're looking to make the game's UI more intuitive while you take on its enemies, this one adds some useful information, like their remaining health, a stun meter, the enemy's name, and a column to make all of it readable on the fly. There are a bunch of configurable options for you to use, ensuring that you get all the information you need without it being too obtrusive. That makes this one a very useful addition for those of you who'd like to know exactly how much damage you're dealing and how many more parries and hits that you need to stun an opponent. 4. Handgun Ammo for Requiem. When Leon hands Grace the powerful Requiem firearm, he forgets to give her something really important for its consistent use: ammo. It's a specialized weapon that we like to think originated from the Kendo brothers, and as such needs specialized ammo to use. However, if you're a fan of its raw power and its undeniable wow factor, this mod lets you use the handgun ammo with it. There's even an option add-on that improves the weapon's fire of rate, accuracy, and magazine capacity, which could make Requiem truly live up to its name and blast your enemies into oblivion. 5. Holster Weapons. Tired of having to open up your inventory menu every time you want to holster your weapon? This mod addresses that specific problem, allowing you to holster any firearm that you use with ease. It works with both controllers or a keyboard and mouse setup, making it a versatile addition that makes a rather tedious problem go away for those of you who like a bit of style and ease of play. 6. Xenomorph. The world of horror entertainment has no shortage of terrifying creatures that are experts at hunting their prey. And while the girl was quite terrifying to behold, and even more scary to evade, you might want to introduce one of modern entertainment's finest hunters to Requiem, the Xenomorph from the Alien franchise. Well, you're in luck. Enable this mod and you'll find that Grace is going to be stalked by one of the world's apex predators, making her time at Rhodes Hill even scarier in the process. 7. Dynamic Weapon Profiles. Would you like your weapons to hit harder or faster, or perhaps a combination of both? This one brings a lot of options to the table, with easily selectable profiles for your weapons that you can customize, improving their stats to make things easier. It brings a bevy of options and the ability to quickly switch between any profiles you select quite easily. What's more, quick toggle options for recoil, accuracy, and focus can be great use to those of you who find that your aim is thrown off by the terrifying targets you're trying to shoot, making your chances of survival improve by a long shot. 8. Weapon Lasers. Remember those handy laser pointers in RE5 that made aiming for enemy weak spots a breeze? This mod recreates them for Requiem, allowing you to better hit enemy weak spots and give yourself an advantage that the zombies must then contend with in the field. It's compatible with both Grace and Leon, and works in both first and third-person perspectives. It's quite a comprehensive addition and a simple change that could make a world of difference to how you approach the game. 9. Easy to find Mr. Raccoon. If you're a collectible hunter having trouble finding those adorable Mr. Raccoon bobbleheads strewn about the levels that you're exploring, this mod is for you. It makes them all glow in a color of your choice, making them quite easy to find as they stand out from the game's general somber environments. While it may not be a mod that drastically alters your gameplay, it could save you a lot of time spent searching for the little rascals. 10. Fog in Raccoon City. It's no secret that we're fans of what the developers did with Raccoon City and Requiem. Its devastation and desolation coming across from the very first time that we set our eyes on it. But this one took things to a new level entirely, making the city feel like the ghosts of its past were constantly present as we guided Leon through its streets and alleyways. We found ourselves favoring it so much that we refused to explore the city's ruins without it every time we play on PC, and even wishing that we could find a way to enable it on the console versions of the game. 11. Mr. X Fedora. If you were like us, you probably want the tyrant that Leon's forced to fight in Raccoon City to resemble the one he had to run from back in RE2, just a little more closely. This mod is a step in the right direction on that front, adding a fedora to it and making it look that much closer to Mr. X's imposing presence from Leon's first day on the job. For a game that's quite heavy on the nostalgia factor, this one's definitely on brand. 12. Chainsaw Massacre. This is a simple one that could make a world of difference to your playthrough. It makes nearly every zombie in the game wield a chainsaw. That's a change that could make things much easier, or harder depending on how you tackle threats as either Leon or Grace, but it's definitely an interesting wrinkle to play with for those of you who like to experiment. 13. Quickstep. Looking for an effective dodge mechanic? This mod gets you covered for both Leon and Grace. It's tied to your run input and gives you iframes and a speed boost when you enable the run in action, the duration of which is left to you to configure. Just be aware that you can only run forward in first person as the game intends, and use this one as well as you can to fundamentally alter the way you approach direct confrontations with zombies. 14. Play as Leon across the game. This one might not be conducive for those of you playing the story, but if you want to see what it would be like to control Leon across the entire game, you're in luck. Of course, you must contend with a few issues, such as Leon being unable to aim his gun after picking up Emily and placing her on the sofa, and a few other problems outlined in the mod's description, but it's still a fun addition and something to try out once you roll the credits on Requiem. 15. Movement speed. We saved the best for last. This one lets you configure movement speeds for every playable character in the game, with separate sliders for walking, running, and crouching movement. It's quite handy for your playthroughs after your first one, and could change the way that you play the game depending on how fast you make your characters. Use this one wisely, as it could trivialize the game if you take too much advantage of it. And that's a wrap on the best PC mods for Resident Evil Requiem that we tried out. We hope that you have as much fun with them as we did. Hey, did you know that we at Gaming Bolt upload new videos every day? Stick around, drop a like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And let us know what kind of content you'd like to see in the future with a comment below.